Okay, so we wanted an overview of my barracks. Alright, these are my big ones. These are 4 feet long. Each one of those cells is 4 inches wide. Each barrack is 6 inches high, and these bigger barracks are actually 12 inches deep. Now the fish have 9 inches of that. Okay, 9 inches. 9 by 4 by 6 is what each male betta will get. Now this particular barrack system has a flow through out the back. Okay, you'll see there's a space right here, so water comes out here. Oops. Water comes out here, flows up, out, and I've got a couple of notches here that the water will drain through. Comes into this back channel, and there's a drain out the other end where it goes and exits it, and then it goes down into a sump down below where it is filtered. It is heated. I actually have a UV on this particular unit, and then it's brought back up to here. So each one of these barracks actually is hooked into one of these valves that I can control the rate of the water. It also is pretty handy if I ever want to clean out the holes that are in the PVC at the top. I can open those up and just kind of blast out any kind of particles. Let's see, let me get you. That's what the PVC looks like. Water coming in. Hole drilled over each one of these barracks. Okay, what's all that mesh in the back? Well, these bettas are worse than squirrels getting into little places. And even the bigger bettas will find a way to get into that back channel. So what I did was I got some cross-stitch plastic mesh from like Hobby Lobby, cut it to fit, slid it down in there, and no more bettas in that little tiny channel in the back there. Alright, so this was my first big barracks. Now the original design, when I first created my barracks, was a flow-through side to side. Water comes in to a 2-inch channel. I do run it through sponge. It does pull out some stuff as well as establish some biologic filtration, and it goes from cell to cell. Water comes in and it goes underneath here, flows up, and you'll find if you watch the currents on these that it actually comes under and it tends to kind of come up, and then you'll see it'll kind of come back down into the next cell. So that is the way these go. These were a great first design. They worked really cool, except what happens is when you come in here to do some cleaning and do some of your maintenance, okay, like if you brought a siphon in here to clean this up, what's going to happen is when you start sucking here, water from this cell is water from this cell is all going to get sucked over to wherever that is. And so you end up with a lot of particulate matter just kind of floating around. You do get the barracks pretty well cleaned, but there's always some fuzzy stuff, it seems like, kind of always hanging around. If I were to do another system like this where I would want to flow side to side, it does make for easier plumbing. If I was to do this again, what I would do is I would drill holes here, not quite at the bottom because I wouldn't want to suck stuff from the bottom, but I would raise the holes and I would drill a series of holes across here at about this height, and then on this barracks I would do it higher. The whole idea is getting your water to come in and then do a circulation like this, okay, rather than just pull straight across. So anyway, like I said, if I had that to do all over again, I would do that. Now, like I said, this was my first one. The bigger ones I have on my 4-foot shelves. This particular shelving unit sticks out from a wall and it's viewable from both sides. So I actually have 2 of these units. You can kind of see back to back. So what I did was I decided I liked that idea of flowing out the back, but I wanted to create another unit for that was viewable on both sides but had the water drain down the middle. So with these particular barracks, again, I've got water in, but then I also have holes drilled across the back. So, water in, and then of course they go out the holes in the back. Kind of difficult to see. And it goes into a back channel, And then of course it goes all the way down to the end, and out it goes through a drain. So the neat thing about this, get over here so you can see the drain. Okay, like I said, I've got both of these barracks where they're viewable from both sides. I've got the channel that drains down here in the back. Everything is covered by that press and seal plastic wrap. It's great for keeping the moisture in, and it also helps keep some of the heat in. By having this water going down the channel in the back, you do have heated water there, so it does kind of keep everything warm, because that space that's going to be up here is going to have more warmth to it than, say, the outside temperature of my fish room. So that again helps keep the fish warm, especially in the colder months. Not like it gets really cold here in Texas, but everything helps. Okay, so my last design, big barracks, just like the first ones I showed you, but these two have the flow through at the back. The holes drilled, and then the holes in the PVC. Again, water comes up, they're put into the barracks, they drain out the back, they go down into drain, out they go, and then down into the sump. Now the scrubby pads are all about increasing my filtration. With the barracks this size, I house 48 bettas. And especially this one is where I put some of my younger fish, and we really kind of push them. They get fed 2-3 times a day if I'm home. Sometimes they get fed more often than that. Not a lot, but a little bit. And so we kind of constantly keep the feed going in them. That creates quite a biological load on a filter. So what I'm looking to do is increase the surface area for the beneficial bacteria that convert everything into non-harmful products. And from researching the internet, I have found that these scrubby pads have an incredible surface area. So over time, we are slowly adding these particular scrubbies into that back channel. So as they drain out, as the water drains out of my cells, they go into that back channel. Hopefully it will have a little bit of mechanical filtration and catch any kind of funk, but the bacteria will hopefully start the breakdown process of the stuff that's in the water before it even hits the sump. So anyway, there we go. There is a nice overview of my barracks. Feel free at any point in time, if you have questions, to shoot me an email or send me a Facebook message or whatever, and I'll be glad to help you out.